What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming here, guys. And in today's video, man, I want to talk about when can we expect to hear information for college football 26. So if you are new to the channel, guys, don't be a Poindexter. Get out of the portal and subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button. It helps us to do what we enjoy doing and making content and things like that, man. I mean, it is what it is. Don't be a Poindexter. You know what I'm saying? Be 5-star. So as far as the content for college football 26, you have to understand a few things. We started seeing information for college football. I was looking back at some of my older videos around mid-May. I think the one video, the first deep dive that they posted was actually on May 19th. Doesn't mean we won't see like a teaser trailer before then, but it's April 1st, and this is not an April Fool's joke. I ain't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? With it now being April, mid-April, late April, I think we can starting to see some trickles of some information, perhaps some screenshots, maybe some sort of trailer. But the whole deep dive stuff tends to start like mid-May. EA Sports doesn't really come out earlier and start talking about different things that are going to be in the game this early in the release cycle. But they do the same thing with Madden. Generally about 2 months out is when they really start getting deep into the information, and that's going to put us at early to mid-May. Now, what sort of information are we going to be expecting, or what sort of information could we be getting when they do decide to start releasing information? To me, honestly, that's just going to solely depend on the type of content or new things that they are going to be bringing to the game. But I would say, to set your expectations light starting out, don't expect like this big banger of information off top, because even the first bit of information that they released was more Campus IQ. Now, looking back at 25 with Campus IQ, that was really the focal point of everything that the game was based off of. So with Campus IQ, everything branched off of that, with the stadium atmosphere and how that affects on-field gameplay and things like that. So whatever the main focus is, that may be the first bit of information that we get. And from there, that's when they're going to expound upon things like Road to Glory, coaches possibly being in the game. That's a heavy rumor. Probably true, looking at the leak cover of the deluxe edition. And then things like Dynasty mode and stuff like that, they're going to do a more deeper dive into those things. Okay. But I'm excited to hear information. This is, to me, the time to start watching these videos, man. So subscribe to the channel, start paying attention to these things, because the information is going to start rolling out. Now, like I said, expect the breakdown to be more geared towards a bulk, like a roundabout estimate of information, but then from there breaking down into Dynasty, breaking down into Road to Glory, breaking down into College Ultimate Team and things of that nature. What I expect to see as far as those game modes, Road to Glory, I expect to see some high school being added to Road to Glory. I've been a big proponent of spring games and spring practices being a proponent in these games as well. It'd be a real cool feature to see in Road to Glory, especially because after the season is over, there's not much to do, especially training-wise. I think adding spring to the Road to Glory would definitely be one of those deals, adding spring practice in the spring game to allow you to upgrade your player even more, aside from the mundane tasks that you do week in and week out that kind of gets repetitive, possibly even streamlining those things or making them have a larger impact, if that makes sense. As far as Dynasty mode, like that is the core. EA Sports is sticking to that. I don't expect them to deviate to try to get people into Ultimate Team. This is not Madden. It's not the same team working on Madden. It's not the same player base as Madden. And EA Sports understands that's not a huge selling point with this game. College Football 25 sold tremendously well, exceeding expectations even. And they didn't have that Ultimate Team buying these credits and things like that type of model with it. So don't expect them to all of a sudden start trying to push that on people, if you will. Now, you log into the game and they might give you, hey, there's an Ultimate Team card or things like that. But EA's not dumb. And the people that work on this game are not dumb. Are they going to try to sell that? Yeah, they're going to sell it a little bit, but they know this isn't the focal point, similar to how it is in Madden. I hadn't got a strong emphasis on online play. I actually like that separated from Madden, how Madden is kind of focused solely on online. Everything is geared even in game towards online, and the tweaks to the game tend to come from that. They understand that college is a game that Dynasty mode is king. And with that being king, there are going to be some features that are going to be added to Dynasty mode to add more depth to Dynasty mode, as well as things added to Dynasty mode to add more immersion to it. I have heard a plethora of people talking about adding trophies to Dynasty, adding trophies to Road to Glory, and I have to agree with that sentiment. I think it'll be cool to be able to go in there and look at your trophies and things of that nature. I personally find myself going to the coaching stats and looking at how I have progressed as a head coach compared to other coaches that are in the coaching carousel, if you will. Like, it's fun to see like how many your years at this particular school and see your trophies or your achievements with that. I think it'd be cool to have a all-around trophy case for your entire journey. So say I'm at Oregon right now and I lead us to a national championship 3 out of the 5 years that I've been with the program, and then I go to another school and kind of do some of the same types of things. Well, in the game currently, I can only see what I'm doing with my current school. I can't see any awards. I can't see any bowl victories. I can't see any conference championships or anything like that from the previous schools. And having a trophy case will allow you to do that. And I don't know, hey, maybe call it Coach's Corner or the resume. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're building. I think even adding depth as far as trying to get to other schools in Dynasty mode would be a really cool feature as well. With them putting coaches in the game, I find it hard to believe that they won't add some more elements to the whole coaching tree, coaching perspective of things, because at the end of the day, that's what Dynasty mode is. It's a career mode as you as the coach. And so with that being said, you got to expect them to add some more kind of in-depth things on that. I had to actually start a dynasty with Oregon because, for the love of God, even when Oregon was looking for a head coach, I find it like this. You tend to get the same schools that are looking for head coaching jobs in dynasty mode. So hopefully going forward, I would like a system more set up to where you can apply for whatever opening that's available. Like, for example, let's say they keep the system the same in a sense where you got schools that are interested in you, that are offering you these positions, but you can also throw your hat in the ring at another school that's not necessarily having you on their radar, but is looking for a head coach. So for example, say my 4 schools that are listed are Texas, Texas Tech, I'm just naming Texas schools, TCU and North Texas. But then Oregon has a head coaching job. Now, the 4 schools that I listed are the ones that are offering me. But I go in to look and see what all head coaching jobs are available, and there's many more available that they're not necessarily looking at me as a top 3 candidate, but I can still apply and then maybe garner interest and become or plead my case to get that dream job based off of my coaching resume. I don't know, man. A lot of cool features that could be added, a lot more depth of things that could be added into this game. I'm excited to see what they do. You know what I'm saying? They have an amazing foundation with the stadium atmosphere and things of that nature. I know people are going to wonder about more copywritten songs to be in the game and stuff with a larger budget. That could very well be possible because 25 sold so well. 25 did well. And I'm not talking about gameplay bugs and things like that to need to be fixed. We're going to talk about that in a different video. I'm just talking about the core of the game itself was a successful game. And because of the increase in that, EA is probably going to say, hey, we're going to give you a bigger budget. Let's see what you do with it. They have a foundation, something to build upon. Now, don't expect a major, it's not going to be an overhaul of 25, if you will. But there are going to be some new features and unique things to the game that's going to make it and set it apart from 25. Different mechanics and things of that nature. But all in all, when we'll hear about that, like I said, mid-April to mid-May. That's going to be that month window where we start to get those first tidbits of information via screenshots. And then the deep dives and stuff will start mid-May and go along through release. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't. This is the best place to get college football information. Gonna keep my eyes and ears to the ground for you guys and keep y'all updated as much as possible. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.